So now what I want to talk about is this month's money challenge.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Got the journal out? I want to call this one an attitude of gratitude. Now, I know that everybody talks about gratitude. The question I have for you is, do you practice gratitude? Or do you just hear and go, oh, yeah, I'm grateful. But are you really? So here's the challenge for the next 30 days. Every morning, as soon as you wake up, before you turn on your phone or the laptop, please, before you turn to social media, because sometimes that can wreck your day. Before you do that, write down just one thing that you are grateful for and feel the appreciation and take notice of the feeling that comes up for you. Now, I want you to do that, push through, even if it's hard, for 30 days. Then at the end of 30 days, I want you to ask yourself, wow, when I wake up in the morning, do I grab for my phone or my laptop, or am I getting into a brand new habit of being grateful? Because what you focus on, you bring into your life. What you give attention on expands.
And it's one of those, I think it's banded around a lot now. There's lots of gratitude journals and it's become a real buzzword. But what Amanda pointed out just there is it's a mindset.
Yes.
It's not just an action. So I think when I first started doing this on Amanda's advice, I write more than one. I probably do 10 to 20 a day now.
Oh,
but
so do I.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to make it easy for you.
Well, it's a habit you've got to start. Once you start the habit, it's a lot easier then to expand on the habit.
Yeah.
But I think I was writing down, not really, paying attention, phone pinging. Whereas, as you know, Amanda, from your, advice and guidance, I now don't pick up my phone in the morning at all. I take myself to a beautiful location. I've got my husband calls it my nerdy pouch. So I have my pouch and I have my gratitude journal in there and then my journal.
Yep.
And it's without fail every day. And it is something now that it's almost for me, and this is going to sound maybe a little bit weird to you, but I feel like Christmas morning. I wake up in the morning and I had to move everything back an hour to be able to fit this in. So I'm a mum of 2 children. I run businesses. So for anyone out there going, I haven't got time, Amanda's asked you to do one.
That when you wake up, everybody, I don't buy it from anybody.
No, nor do I. This whole I haven't got time is rubbish. I just moved it took a little bit of getting used to getting up earlier. Now I'm disappointed if for whatever reason I haven't woken up early enough, but I'll still fit it in.
Yeah.
But I spend that time, and the difference is
in your attitude towards life.
Everything. My day.
What ends up happening, Robyn, is after the 30 days, you start to focus on what's good in your life, what you're grateful for, because again, what you focus on expands.
You can't help but see the good. It actually puts glasses on that make you see. It's not rose-coloured. You just attract more
exactly.
of it. Yeah.
And I wanted to put this back to money. Yeah. After 30 days, here's the question I want to ask you. Are you noticing that you've got less stinking or shrinking around life and money matters, and now you're moving to more awareness and expansion? What's happening in your life? Are you seeing new opportunities, new doors open? Because when you focus on gratitude, what you want in your life instead of what's missing in your life, what happens as a result of that, it's not woo-woo. What happens though, people come into your life, doors open, there's opportunity everywhere that you wouldn't see because you're focusing on what's missing.
You've got your stinking
you
thinking
see
glasses
the power
on.
Of their stinking. Who wants to hang around a stinker thinker? Nobody.
There's a new term she's created now. That's it. You're a stinker thinker.
Don't be a stinker thinker, right?
I love that. And I never want to be accused of being one of those. And I think for a lot of people, I've got a certain person in my life who's a very negative person, and bought her a gratitude journal, and she still hasn't opened it, and I bought it at Christmas, and there's no surprise there. And what's interesting is it doesn't matter how bad things are, and particularly for anyone living in the Western world who, times are tough globally, sure, but you can be grateful for breathing.
Every day above ground is a good day.
That's what I was just going to say. I've heard you say. That's right.
There's your first gratitude.
I woke up and I'm breathing. There's a positive thing that you can say.
I woke up in a bed is nice.
Yeah, correct. Not on a street corner, or not living in a cardboard box. Whatever. There's always something. I'm grateful for my fingernails, my hair, my 2 feet. To get you started, there's always something.
One last thing I want to add to that, and here's a secret that I'm going to let you in on. When I first started doing this many years ago, this is back in 2005 with a mentor, and we were so broke. We were literally living off a credit card, literally scraping together the rent for the week.
And the coins for the bread.
The coins. And when a mentor of ours suggested that we start writing out the things that we were grateful for, that we didn't have but we wanted to attract,
that's where I'm at
right?
now.
And take notice of what I'm saying. We thought, this is a bit woo-woo, but hey, who am I? I don't have the result that that person has, so I'll just zip it and I'll follow the lead.
that.
I hope you're listening here. Follow the leader who had what I wanted. So every day, my husband and I wrote down 20 things that we were grateful for that we didn't actually have in reality, but we wanted to attract. Now, I swear on the Bible, anybody you want, on Yogi Bear, and I love my Yogi Bear, I swear to you. About a year and a half later, we were going through our drawers because we were moving house. We found the book that we started writing out our gratitudes in. And I kid you not, and I know that many other authors write about this as well, we had literally ticked off 97% of everything we had written down that I once thought almost impossible. Because what you focus on comes to you, opportunities. It didn't just land in my lap, no. I had to put time and energy in, but I started heading in the right direction.
And I think Amanda's eliminating a little piece of the secret sauce that I know that she does that is super powerful, and it's to be in that feeling as well. So what I did so many years, I've learned this and I've read this and I've, and I hear it but I've academically done this. So what I mean by that is I've written out, as I said before, I wasn't tuned into what I was writing, because I can, like a lot of women, do multiple things at once. So I'd be writing it, but I wouldn't be there and I wouldn't be present with what I was writing. Whereas I know for you, you felt it. You felt like what your life would feel like.
It feels good.
Yeah, it's a lovely place.
I wrote
Disneyland.
about my dream home. I wrote about the car I wanted to drive, the people that I wanted to surround myself with, the money I wanted in my bank.
Actually, that reminds me of a story you just said there is, what about the bike riding that you used to do with Matt?
Have I got time for one quick
absolutely.
story?
Yeah, I know exactly what time we're on.
One quick story to finish up on. For years and years, again, I came from nothing. I seriously had nothing. I had to try and figure it all out myself. And man, I have had some very, very hard times, but the lessons were incredible. So Matt and my husband and I always had a dream to buy a multi-million-dollar home along the beachfront, but we were barely scraping it together, living off 5-cent pieces to buy bread. For years, we would ride our bikes to the beachfront properties here on the Gold Coast every single Saturday to go to the open home, and we'd turn up on our rusty old bike, and
the house is for sale. They've opened it up, and you guys
for
walk
the rich
in.
people, right?
Yes.
We were there for the rich people in his mind, and the real estate agent would see us coming in every Saturday morning, and I could literally see his eyes rolling.
He was probably going to wonder where you're going to move in. He'd find you in the bed next time he opened the house.
He's thinking, here they come again. And after a while, it became a joke because every weekend, and we said, you might be laughing now, mate, but one day we are going to buy one of these properties. And he'd be going, yeah, right, time wasters. He didn't even speak to us. He was only talking to the rich people. Many years later, this is 10 years later, after we'd gone through so much, and we're sitting in a dream home, my dream home of 20 years. That's how long it took to get the dream home. But it's so funny because the block of land that came up for sale that we had built the home on, it was the same real estate agent that sold us the block of land.
It's incredible. I love this story.
But when it comes together, we said, well, we want to come and see you, and he bought the contract. And when he saw us walking through the door, because he hadn't seen us for over 10 years, he went, oh, you two? It's just like, he was shocked. How did you do it?
I hope he learned a lesson from that, to be honest. I hope he probably didn't.
He's a really nice guy, but isn't it funny how so many people don't believe in you or your dreams? What did you just say?
I just said he probably didn't. I didn't mean that the way it sounded. I meant that he was probably didn't take a moment to go, wow, these people have literally followed me and stalked me for the last this long, and now look what they've manifested. I didn't mean that. Sorry, Steve. I meant that in the nicest possible way. I just meant so many people are on neutral that they just don't notice.
The message I want to get across is the power of gratitude, because that dream home, or my dream home, and yours is going to be completely different, right? My dream home was such an internal dream for me and so strong, and I wrote it down in my gratitudes for that many years, and here we are. So
but that's why I love that story, because I think
don't give up
that
on dream.
No, I think about that often. That story about Amanda riding on a little bike. I always have that image of like Dorothy on the Wizard of Oz in a lovely way, not the Wicked Witch, the Dorothy version. And I think about Amanda and Matt riding around with Toto, Yogi Bear in their basket to all these open houses, and I think, just keep riding, writing, and
Keep
riding,
moving forward,
and just focus on what you want.